Welcome to this look at a new mod map on Farming Simulator 22 with me, MrSealyp. I am here on Rock Crawl by Alien Jim, and I have to say, Alien Jim rocks. This is such a clever idea. I saw some videos a while back of Jim driving the Rock Crawl course, kind of unaware it was a full map. Kind of a test map is what Jim's sort of concept behind the whole thing is. And because of popular demand, people saying, we really want that, we've now got it. So this is the map, Rock Crawl by Alien Jim. 95.93 megabytes download. The map looks like this. Now, you can use it for farming if you want to. Some large field areas up here. Got a large water area here and bits there for placeables of anything you want. We've got grapes and olives. Huge sections there with vines on. Sell points. We've got livestock market, all stuff. So if you want to do livestock, and what I do like as well, you'll see as we go around. Whilst if I go down to here, you'll see on New Farm, I've got no animals, I've got no animal pens. There are animals wandering around freely, just wandering, which is, I don't think I've ever come across that before in a map. So we go back to the map and to there. On New Farmer, you start with all of it. And it doesn't matter if you don't start with all of it on any of the other game modes, because to purchase, 400. This is supposed to be a fun map. And I think what's nice is every now and again when you get a map like this, it's to remind you as well, the Rock Crawl thing, we've got quite a few mods now. And Jim has put in there that it was designed for tractor use. It can get tricky with smaller vehicles, and I've got a funny feeling it's going to be tricky with larger vehicles. But we've got quite a few modded vehicles now that I want to give a go at the rock crawling. So we'll have a look at that in a moment. I'm going to get some vehicles in a little while, and we'll try that as well. But the map itself then, if we come over to here, this is kind of where we start. We've got this fire barrel. We can turn that on and off if we want to. We have got over here, Superman phone box. This is our main vehicle store. Give them a bell, they'll deliver whatever you want. The reset point is on here as well, so if you need to reset anything, and I would imagine on the rock crawl, you're going to have to a few times have to reset a few things. We've got a few bits of equipment here. We've got a vehicle workshop and we've got a fuel point just there. Now, as far as slot count and mods involved, slot count on all three game modes is 850. Exactly the same. As far as mods go with vehicles, if we scroll down to here, we start with an MKU, or we have an MKU 96 tanker. So Jim's done a 32 of 64 before. This one has got a 96,000 litre capacity. Again, you'll see why in just a moment. As far as under build mode goes, under sheds, I'm trying to think, what do we have? There was nothing under sheds. Silos, silo extensions, container, it might have been tools. There we go. So we've got the Rock Crawl Vehicle Workshop. It's only £1 or €1 or $1. The teleportal device, you can place those out and you can jump to them like you can do with, most of the points on a map. If you've got something there, you can jump to them. So those teleport points are just that. And you can name them, so you can name them whatever you want them to be around the map. They cost 0. If we go to productions, I'm trying to think, what do we have? Oh yeah, we've got a sawmill under the Rock Crawl mod. There was nothing under animals, sale points, greenhouses, I don't think. Decoration. Under others, this is where we've got quite a bit of stuff. So we have this to start off with. That is your marker. So on the rock crawl, you can mark where you got to on the rock crawl. So at the point where your tractor, vehicle, whatever it is, falls off of the course, disappears down a crevice, or you just get stuck, you can get that. You can take it out to the map. It costs 0. You can place it somewhere on the rock crawl, wherever you get to. I'm not going to show you too much. And that's your marker of where you got to on the previous attempt. Because, it's rocks and sometimes you might get a little bit confused as to where you were, and it just helps a little bit. You've also got traffic drums. There's a lot of those. Those are the markers you go between. I know when I did Land Rover trialing a few years ago, you've got your marker posts you've got to get through and you have to get certain things. So you've got those you can place, and then there are loads of rocks. And it does say in the description, I've included placeable rocks so you can build up any parts of the course that you're having trouble with. So if there are bits, whichever vehicle you're using, whatever you want to do, that you just can't get up, you can place the rocks out, different sizes, shapes, etc. That might give you a bit of help. Just a little bit of a boost here and there if you need it. Again, they don't cost hardly anything. It's just to help out as you go along. There wasn't under... Oh, hang on, was there under textures? I'm trying to think. Decoration, was all those? I don't think so. Under landscaping, painting was pretty much stuff on Western Wales. We've got a ploughed texture, ploughed state. Trees and plants. I think that'll be the same with the ploughed state. If you use that ploughed state as a texture, you won't get any rocks. If you plough yourself, you will. So as far as the vehicles and equipment goes, let's go back up. We start with the medium tractors. We've got a New Holland T7275 HD. That's at the start of the rock crawl course. You can see next to us the Magnum 400 power drive. We've got a couple of trucks, the MAN TGS 18500, the Anthem 6x4 MP8505. Trailers, we've got an Empyrean next to us, we've got a forestry trailer next to us, and then under miscellaneous we've got all of these tankers. They're all 96,000 litre tankers, but they have different amounts in them. That's for the hill climb course. You heard it, there's a hill climb course. So, workshop, fuel, we've already talked about. We've got sell points then. This is the farmer's market. Now this is a buy and sell point, so you can sell stuff here and you can buy from here as well. If we go into our prices menu, you'll see there, farmer's market, you've got a buying and selling price, so you can buy and sell from that location. We've got a dairy sell point. We have got a spinnery sell point. We've got farmer's market products sell point, which I think is your pallets and things like that. Then we've got a bale, straw bale sell point just there. We do have a biogas plant. It's a standard biogas plant, but what's good about this as well, again, this is just for fun. You can come on, you can play. If you want having it as a test map, which I think, I have to say, I tend to use Jim's maps. I did on No Man's Land. I'm on Western Wilds at the moment, but this, I might swap to this as my test map. I'm not going to lie. If you want to buy the biogas plant here, it costs you £1, euro, or dollar. And like I say, it's fairly standard. We've got silage clamps just there. Then this point here, past this line, placeables testing area. So for putting out placeables, as I say, for doing mod reviews and stuff like that, it's absolutely brilliant. There's a huge water area over there, and then like I said, we've got our olives and we've got grapevines. So for any machinery and equipment that comes out, you might want to test on there, or again, if you just want to run it as a map, you absolutely can. We've got our sawmill point here, so you've got log selling just here and wood chip just there. These are sell points. This is not production chains. You can place production chains. That's the whole point of the placeables area. We come around here. We've got our livestock market. We don't have any animals. I say we don't have any pastures. We've got a dog doing a bit of wandering. There was always one on Spectacle Island that had a bit of wander, but if you look, I don't know if you can see, just off in the distance, there's the little shadows. If we go a little bit closer, look. They're just wandering freely around the landscape. That's brilliant. They're all over the place. There's one over there as well. And you've got all of these pallets to start with. So again, for testing, if you're going to use it as a test map, you've got a bit of everything. So you can use it for various different things. For testing, we go right the way along, we move on to bales. There's a whole lot of bales, cotton bales, various different square, round, straw, hay, grass, silage, a bit of everything to be having a bit of a play with. So I think what we'll do, rather than grab the tractor, yes, we'll teleport. So if we go to there, I'll show you what I mean. If you haven't encountered the teleport devices before, so we're currently here. If we look over here, we've got water fill point, and we've got a hill climb area teleport device. If I do that, we can teleport straight over to our hill climb area. We've got another workshop trigger here, as I said, the water point. Now we've got the 2 lorries I spoke about, and then we've got all the various different trailers. So we've got these at 32,000 litres, these at 64,000 litres, and these at 96,000 litres. So what you can do, if new vehicles come out, you want to test yourself, if new lorries come out, or whatever it might be you want to tow with, you can start off with the small ones, then gradually work you up and see how they fare with those. It's brilliant and bonkers, which makes it just awesome. That's why I said aliens in rocks. But if we move along here a little bit, we've also got kind of test tracks as well. Starts off with smooth, we've then got rough, we've then got bumps, and then we've got alternating bumps. So for testing out suspension on vehicles, pretty cool. So there are your alternating bumps. Your regular bumps, like, you know, like everywhere, regular bumps. We've got ploughed field section, the rough section, which is kind of bumpy as you go along. You can see it's all ground level, a bit bumpy, and then we've got a smooth section. So you could just do a speed test if you wanted to. I mean, this is another one of those maps you come on here with your friends and, you know, you could just, I don't know, just have fun, just play. Why not? I know it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea. It's not real, it's not farming. You know, I know, I get that, but it's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be a test map. It's supposed to be for a bit of fun. It was the rock crawling thing, because if you think back on 6 Ashes, I did a Land Rover trialling video when the Santana mods came out by AF Modding. So I did a whole Land Rover trialling episode. It's done for you. It's all here. It's ready to go. Absolutely brilliant. So I would... I'm not going to take one of the tanks on the back. I went up that one when I was testing the map, and because it's kind of, I say it's a gradual, it gets steeper the further up you go, so it really does struggle. I mean, it pulls, it will still get up there. Those ones are insane. That's what I'm going to do. Rather than drive up to them, let's whiz up into here and we'll go across and have a look. So you've got the gradual incline on this one. We get right up to the top here, but if we look across to the left, you've got that. It's quite a steep slope this side. Hang on. Quite a steep slope here. When we get to the top, it's kind of like going off a cliff. Look at that. And then getting back up the other side, honestly, I don't know. But when you think of all the various different bits of equipment and machinery and various different buggies and things that are about, you can have an absolute blast on here. It's a weird kind of mix between SnowRunner test tracks and maps, because there are quite a few out there. Well, yeah, kind of a bit of both, in it, SnowRunner and all sorts. Just brilliant love. They don't got all that, and look, we've got sheep wandering as well. I haven't come across any pigs or anything yet. That's not to say there aren't any, but I haven't seen any. I haven't seen any horses either, but they could be further over the map. So, that is all the first section of the map. Do you dare tackle the hill climb? I think with a lot of the 82 Studio lorries, well, there's not just 82 Studios, there's a whole load now that go up well over 1,000 horsepower and that kind of stuff. It'd be interesting with different weight loads to see how they fare stacked up against each other. If you're trying to make an informed decision on what vehicle you want on your maps, especially if you've got a hilly map. I tell you what, going up that one reminded me of the hill on Sussex Farms when you went up to the vehicle workshop and up to where the airport was. Very much so, that one. Very cool. So, I'm going to head out now. Actually, what I'm going to do is I might teleport there as well. We'll teleport across. I'm trying to look at my list. What have we got? Placeable rocks, whole map, done that. Wild animals, marker we looked at. Done all that. Test track. Right, okay. So what we'll do is go back to the map and we will teleport to the start, which is just there. So we are here, teleported to the start. This is where the T7 is, and this is the start of... Now, there are 2 rock crawls. This is the start point. We've got Fire Lookout Tower, and then the finish point for stage 1. Then it moves to stage 2, Fire Lookout Tower, and the end... Oh, no, 2 Fire Lookout Towers. Then the end of... Oh, yeah, that's right. The end of the rock crawl. Now, I'm not going to lie. I had to go with the T7. And I got further than I thought I would get. Then I got cocky and I fell off. But this does surprisingly well. I will show you what I mean. I'm not going to do the whole one. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut and I'm going to be back here with a selection of vehicles just to give you an idea. You're all aware of what mods and stuff are out there, but just to give you an idea of some of the mods that are out there. There's a couple that I want to try out. Come on, keep going. You did it in practice then. It's and the course is astoundingly good. And I've only done probably a third of the first bit. You can choose which routes you go. I'm not going to lie, I wasn't sure if I picked the right route the first time. And some of it you think, there's no way it's going to get up there. And you know what? It just kept on chugging and kept on chugging. You get a bit of grip, bit of traction, and boom, up it goes. Now, if you want to make these harder, you can always go in cab. If you want to go in cab, you could always, if you're going to do this with your friends, you could set yourselves point scoring. I know when like I said, when I did Land Rover trialing with my brother, if you reversed back through a gate, you would take a penalty. So if at any point you had to reverse, you took a penalty. So the aim is to try and keep moving as much as you can, and not stop at any point. Well, stopping's okay, but you really don't want to be going backwards. Like I said, I was really surprised how well this did. Now, the other place you might come unstuck with smaller vehicles and narrower vehicles is, I think Jim has set this up, like I say, for tractors. So things like this, where you've got log crossings, the actual wheel track is set up for tractors. So I'm already thinking of a couple of the ones I was going to try might not do so well. But, again, worth having a look at it, you never know. But I know there'll be a whole raft of people who are going to love this. Oh. Thought we got then. Hang on. I don't really want to. Come on, just a little bit of nudge. There we go. Where are we going from here? I like the fact that you've got all the drum markers, you've got arrows, so there's not. You shouldn't get to a point where you think, oh, I don't know where I'm going. You can always do it timed with your friends. You've got a certain amount of time to get as far as you can. That adds in an element of speed being required. Oh, absolutely messed that right up, didn't I? I nosed it right up, didn't I? Right, come on, keep going. No. Don't understand how I got up this the last time, no problem at all. There we go, come on, keep going. You know you want to, there we go. So this one, we got like a crevasse kind of thing. Crevice, bit of both. The crevicey crevasse. So, I'm not going to go the whole way in this, but you can see it is doable. If a little bit scary in places, but very cool. Such a clever idea. Don't get stuck, don't get stuck, don't get stuck. No. Come on, keep going, keep going, keep going. There we go. There we go. Now at this point, I would be surprised if you could get round in one. So again, if you are going to, with your friends, decide you're going to have penalties for going backwards, obviously you don't want to go backwards too many times there, but it can be done. I'm just curious to see if I can get past the point I got to last time, but we shall see. Now this is an interesting one. You've got broken sections either side, so you've got to kind of come right out on the supports. But then you have to switch sides because then you've got the gaps the other side. A little bit of lights actually. It might help a little bit. It's so good. So much fun. And the thing is as well, as new mods come out, there's always stuff you can try out. There'll be something you're starting to think, oh, I forgot about that, I'm going to give that a go, or, you know, whatever it might be. So yeah, these ones, I think, I'm not sure whether some of the mods I was going to try are going to work here. But I guess, if you get to an obstacle like this where the mod you're using just, it won't because of the width of that, you can bypass the actual obstacle, I guess. There's no reason why you shouldn't carry on and try out the rest of it, but... Right, where did I come unstuck? Oh, this might have been where I come unstuck last time. It was. This is where I went to pieces. Is it here? Might have been. I think yeah. I came down here way too fast. Hill descent control on. Oh. Steady, steady as she goes. No, no. Yep, I've got further than I did last time. Get in. So that's where I would have left my marker last time. Should have left my marker, really. So as you can see, I'm already happy. I've gone further than I did last time. And you can see how the obstacles are kind of laid out. You can also have it if you hit any of those drum markers, you take a penalty as well, you know. There's all different ways around. Oh! No. No, keep going. Keep going. Oh, I thought I was going to tip over then. I really thought I was going for a Burton. How do I get up there? Okay, that's not as steep as I thought. I thought it was like vertical there. Maybe we can get up that, can we? Yeah, we can. Look at that. Oh, that's a bit naughty, isn't it? Blimey, look at that. This is phenomenally good. Oh. Can you get further than I've done? That's the question. Of course you can. There'll be people out there that will be experts immediately. Of course there are. There always are. I do this for a living. Do you? Tractor trialing courses. Come on, keep going. This T7 blows my mind. I've got to admit, I really didn't think it would get over some of this stuff. Look, I can see the finish line. If I just hoon it now, if I go full Jeremy Clarkson, just go power, it will end badly, won't it? We're nearly there. Have we made it through the first? Oh, no, don't get too overconfident. Don't get too overconfident because there's a nasty little bit here. Ooh. So, what I'm going to do, if I can get through this end bit, I'm going to, like I say, get a couple of vehicles out, and then try the second half. That's a lot steeper than I thought. Well, I say, with friends, set a timer. Who does it in the fastest time? There we go. Stage 1 complete. On stage 2. I'll see you in a moment. You may not want to watch anymore. If you don't want to watch anymore at this point, of course, you don't have to. I don't want to spoil it for you, but I just, I'll show you some of the vehicles I've got in mind, and I will see you over there in a moment. So here we are back again. I said I'd be over at the second part of the stage, but I wanted to show you a selection of vehicles that I kind of popped into my head when I thought about doing this. Interestingly, I've come back on here. One of the mods that I included was the TLX 3500 series by 82 Studio. Now, on the information for the map, it doesn't say there's any required mods. However, when I came onto here, that was already sat there. So if you've got the TLX 3500 mod, it's got the Alien Gym number plate on it, you kind of get that already. It was here. So, yeah, I wasn't aware there were any required mods, but that's there. So, you know what? We'll take it. But we have got the AW 4x4 by Adams Kong. We've got the Lizard Dino. That was Slight Chairs modding, I think it was. We have got the Lizard Protector 90 by AF modding. We've got the Santana Pickup by AF modding. There's obviously the standard Santana 88. We have got the Simulator 22 Monster Truck by Viper GTS 96, and then as part of it, I thought that was going to be way bigger than that. This is the TLX 3500 series, but this is the Extreme. This appeared in one of the recent updates, and this is the Extreme. So if you're thinking there's not really anything I can use for rock crawling, oh, but there is. So I don't know what to do now. My temptation is to go straight for a Land Rover because Land Rovers I love, but then I think for the look of it, do I go Monster Truck or do I go for that? But like I said, some of these might be too big. If you think about some of those narrow bits where you've got to turn, I don't know if this has got all-wheel steer. I guess what we can do, and the horsepower on some of these is mad. I'm not going to run through them, it's not a mod review on those. But what we will do is, let's put the help window on. I'll tell you what, that's a bit rapid. It's got some big horsepower. You know what, let's try the first bit. And then I might take one of the Land Rovers over. So, like I say, it was just to give you an idea of the sort of things that are available. And I'm glad I did now, because it showed then that there is a kind of, well, no, it's not required, but there is a mod you can use. I'm just going to get that out of the way, because I don't think this is going to do particularly well, like I say, on the narrow sections. I'm just having too much fun now. And that's the whole point. But I think because of the speed of this, you're going to have to be careful, because I think it will flip quite easily, and getting through some of these gates might prove a little bit tricky. Oh yeah, isn't it interesting that the bit of bounce there? The tractor seems to cope really well. Got to be careful. Got to rein it in a little bit. It's doing all right though, to be fair. Steering's very responsive as well. Turns very quickly. Whoa. And that's what I'm talking about. Oh, gotta be careful. That would probably be a penalty straight away. Now I don't know whether this is going to be too wide. No, actually we might be alright. Oh, I don't know though. Can we get across there? We might do. Just. We've hit a cone. So yeah, you just got to take it a little bit easier. Oh man. What one do I try next though? That's the question. This might be... This is a bit I was thinking about that might be a little bit trickier. Oh, hang on. Have I got it stuck already? Oh, keep going. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to get turned here, alright. Oh, okay. Kind of did. It wasn't pretty, but we got up there, okay. I'm smiling like an idiot. It's such good fun. We should be able to just waltz across this, because we're right on the outside anyway. Yep, all good. And the thing is, I mean, you may look at this and think, that's just ridiculous. Of course it's going to be easier. If that's the case, if you're going to do this with friends, then ban certain vehicles. There's certain things you can't use. Or if one of you is going to use it, you can all have a go with it. Or, you know, there's all different ways around it. Right, I'm going to stop there with that one. Because that's just too much fun. Right, I'm going to go and get another one. I've grabbed the protector. This may not work at all, but hey, it's better to have a go than never know. Let's see how well this does. It'd be interesting actually to hammer one of those monster trucks over the old hill climb as well. Probably get stuck in the first thing. That looks quite... Oh no, it's over right. There you go, look. Bash plate stuck already. Just need to get a wheel on there. Come on. There we go. Oh. Got a little bit easier on the old accelerator. I think that's going to be the only thing with these ones, is the front end. I don't know. Yeah, see I think the tractor's got, because it's got much bigger tyres. Yeah, we're going to get stuck there, aren't we? So I can go any further than that. So I guess you could put a rock in between there. That's what sort of Jim's point was, I guess, by putting those in there. I just think I can just nail it a bit. No? Okay, well, we can certainly learn one thing. Nope. It was worth a try anyway. So that's where I'm going to leave it anyway. I'll be here for hours otherwise. That's Rock Crawl by Alien Jim. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.